Good evening, and what is up, Razorback Nation? We are back for this week's episode of Razor Recap, and today we're going to be watching along with the 2025 Major League Baseball Draft, as we are going to see at least 2 Pro Hogs get drafted, if not more, in this first round that's going to be occurring this afternoon. Before we dive in and start with our watch along, we got to thank our sponsors over at Razor Pigs. Looking good never felt so fun. Razor Pigs is the Arkansas-born brand, bringing the serious style to the golf course, tailgate, and everywhere in between. From high-quality polos to head-turning hats, they've got what you need to rep the natural state with pride. Founded right here at home and now run by a Razorback-loving family, Razor Pigs is where comfort meets cool. So go hog wild and shop Razor Pigs today at razorpigs.us. And our friends over at Scarlet Letter, Arkansas's very own handcrafted spiked seltzer. If you're in Northwest Arkansas, you can check them out today at the Corey Brewery Tap Room, where you can get all the various Scarlet Letter flavors on tap, as well as their new hard teas that they just released. Guys, how are you on this Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, getting ready to see a couple guys get drafted, if not more, tonight, and then we'll go from there. I mean, right now there's quite a bit, between the first and third rounds, because I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing tonight. That's like at least 5 guys that I think that's projected to go between, the first and third round, if not more. But still, it's a good night to be a Hog, and it just goes to show like what kind of talent was on the Arkansas's team, because if they indeed have like Gage Wood and Vahiva Aloy go tonight, that's going to make history, or go in the first round together. That's going to make history. First time Arkansas's had 2 guys go in the first round, so it'll be exciting to watch for sure.
Yeah, well, the Washington Nationals just made the first pick, and it is not who everybody thought it would be in Cade Anderson. They took Eli Witz, a shortstop out of high school.
Very interesting. I guess that's why Washington is not a very good baseball program. They won a World Series recently, but that was really because of Soto and Steven Strasburg and all them. So yeah, but yeah, it's just look, we talked about this all year that this night was going to be a big night for the Hog players because of how talented our roster was. And, at the end of the day, these are what these players were playing for, is for this night to get their name called to professional baseball. So I know they haven't been picked yet, but congratulations to all the guys that are going to get picked, and they'll be Hogs forever.
Exactly, lifelong dreams for these kids. But surprise here. So he's out of Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Oklahoma. So not too far from here, but surprise pick. So I think that kind of makes an easy pick for the Angels with
the organization that has struggled with pitching, so that would be a great pick for them.
But and we kind of talked about it last week. So after tonight, tonight and the next few days, but it'll give us a clear idea too of who and what next year roster is going to look like. Because now we'll know what guys are for sure gone. And, not as much as tonight, as more of the later rounds will kind of give us better ideas. But tonight is more or less being excited for those guys that are going to be, drafted in the top end, start their major league careers, and, get what they've worked for their entire life. But Transplant Texan asks here, who gets drafted first, Aloy or Wood? Wood increases stock with that no-no at Omaha. Let's hope they go with some teams where they can actually get some burn.
The way the projections are looking, is more than likely going to be Wood. Because pitching pitching is a lot more valuable than position players when you have that top high end velocity that Wood has. So you're probably going to see Wood go in the top 15, I hope, projection wise. So that'd be pretty cool, which is something that really I wasn't expecting to happen, honestly. Going into the year, I thought he's going to be a really good number 3 starter or number 2 starter, and be drafted. But man, to make it to the first round, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, performances like he had, like you said, coming in the year, you're like, all right, Gage Wood can be a rotational guy, in your starting, rotation. Comes out, has a great first game. You head down to Arlington. He's rolling through these innings, and then he comes out and has that injury where he's pulled, and then everybody's kind of holding their breath to wait to hear, is this a serious injury out for the season type of deal, or is it something minor where he'll be able to come back? Luckily, that's what it was. Maybe a little longer than what maybe some fans thought, but he ended up making it back, working his way back towards the end of the season. I think his first outing back was the Texas series, right, or the series before that.
Texas A&M, we were there. That was his first game back.
Yeah. So you had Gage Wood back, and then, kind of got back to full strength right there towards the end of the season against Tennessee, and had some momentum going into the postseason. And so now, carried that on, had that performance in Omaha. Fantastic for him to boost that draft stock. So, yeah, the value of pitching staff, not throwing any shade or nothing against position players, but I mean, compared to, top elite level pitchers and what you got with, your other guys that, that have more effect on the game comparatively, if you're thinking about your position players and pitchers.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and Lloyd's probably going to take him some time to get to the show, just because that's how it works for position players, and he's probably going to get drafted to do a little bit more of an established organization than Wood might get drafted to. We'll see. So, it's going to be interesting to see where these guys go. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's part of it too. I mean, when you think about, you want these guys to go to a program or organization, got to think major league with organizations compared to, we talk about programs here in college, but these organizations that are good. So, that way they can actually be on a winning organization, but also, okay, I wasn't expecting that pick either by the Angels. They take a right-handed pitcher out of UC Santa Barbara. Tyler Bremner.
These baseball drafts don't ever go the way you think they're going to go. That's crazy.
6'2", 190. He was 2-time first team All Big West. Huh. So Cade Anderson, Liam Doyle dropping down the draft board, not picked 1 and 2 like a lot of projections had. So, I mean, that's the fun part of this draft.
This is why the Angels have struggled for forever finding a pitcher. I mean, you just see clear day why these teams are picking at the top of the draft.
And, these kids, are you looking at it, having the reaction, watching it here, like, I don't think he expected to go that high. And
no. No, definitely didn't expect that. That's crazy.
So, well, it's going to be interesting. Maybe Wood or Aloy go higher than what we're thinking at this point. I don't know what to expect. We're 2 picks in, and it's started off with a couple wild cards already. So,
yeah, that's very interesting. I was not expecting that. I mean, were they? Excuse me. Oh my goodness, were they even in the? I don't even think they were in the regional this year. So,
UC Santa Barbara.
I haven't even seen this kid pitch. So, I know I'm sure he's good, but I mean, Cade Anderson is still there, and we clearly just saw him will his team to the national championship. He was the best player in the World Series, period. So that's crazy to me.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the Angels at 2 drafted a pitcher out of UC Santa Barbara, so you still got Cade Anderson on the board at number 3. If you're Seattle, do you take Cade Anderson?
Dude, I'm here to enjoy it and like have reactions with you. I don't know nothing about MLB, okay? So I don't know who they need, nothing. I'm here like a regular fan just eating my popcorn. But yeah, I don't understand how you picked that guy. Because I mean, you hear the names that come out like Cade Anderson, Lindor, stuff like that. And I mean, we got to see him pitch. So I have no idea why. See, here's the thing. And I mean, this goes for like every organization across professional sports. They go out and they try to pick these, they try to play 40 chess and they pick these players that are good, but they think maybe they're like a diamond in the rough type player that no one's ever going to figure out, and they're going to be able to, process them and make them into this big star. And I don't know how I don't know why you do that in the first round. That's more like, hey, let them drop and then you go out and pick them. But so it's kind of weird. Now the ones in high school, those are kind of just a crapshoot in my opinion. They're just they just go out and they're like, hey, this guy is really good. We think he can actually be that dude, and they go out and get him from high school. And you have no idea what they look like because you don't have any film on them. Most likely we don't even know their names. So the MLB is just a weird animal for me, and it's a lot. This is why you have analysts that they talk basketball, they talk football, they talk WNBA, they talk all these sports, and then you have guys who are specifically for MLB because there's just so much you got to know in MLB. You don't have any room for any of that other sports. So yeah, like Transplant Texan says, we're just here eating the popcorn, watching the movie.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I mean, and that's what you would think. Along with other drafts, like that's the point of the draft is that top end. You take the as sure of a sure thing gets, and your Cade Andersons, your guys that are going to take less time, if you will, to polish off and come through the system where you can get the benefits of this player sooner compared to you're drafting some other guys that, like you said, could be a diamond in the rough later on, develop them, and then if they turn out to be something crazy, good for you. You did some great scouting and you didn't have to spend a super high pick that's risky in the end. And that's my thought process from an organization standpoint, but I'm not in there day in and day out either with these teams.
There he goes.
Yep. Seattle making a smart move, taking Cade Anderson, easily one of the top players.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. We'll take them. I mean, that's just ignorant. I just don't get it. This is not a I mean, I get the Nationals a little bit, because they're nowhere close to being a contender. The Angels have just never had any pitching, so missed on him. And Seattle is not that far away from competing. So, they're getting a really good pitcher.
Yeah. Next up on the board is the Rockies. So one would think Liam Doyle's the next name off the board, but we will see. But thinking about college ball, so in some development today, so Trey Phelps for Georgia announced he is returning back to Georgia and withdrawing from the Major League Draft. As far as when we're talking SEC ball, but yeah.
Trey Phelps. Who is he? Give me a position, not a name.
Give me a position.
Come on.
I'm horrible with names, man.
I'm trying to remember who he was too. Trey Phelps. I'm trying to think who
He's an infielder on the season this year. He batted.
Oh, okay. I know who he is.
318 on the season.
Yeah. No, that's a good pickup for him. Was he either a shortstop? No, that's a shortstop. I can't remember.
Either their website's off or this only has us playing Georgia twice.
Yeah, that we definitely played them 3 times.
No.
Oh, maybe he just didn't play in one of the games.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Yeah.
I was trying to see if he did anything against us. Doesn't look like it. So, good for Georgia, I guess, but yeah. In basketball news, we saw there's some Coach Cal visiting with one of his commits, watching JJ Andrews, future Hog 5-star. He, not too long ago, he got bumped up to that 5-star ranking from a 4-star in-state recruit from Little Rock. 6'7", had a big performance in the Nike EYBL circuit in Augusta, South Carolina this weekend, as he had a team high 20 points, 9 from 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, and 1 of 2 from free throws. Had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals in their team win, in a 90-63 win over Team Mello this afternoon. So out there putting on a show for his future coach, as there was, Cal was out there watching his one of his future stars in the making, playing on the EYBL circuit, like many of the top ranked recruits do these days. But you're talking about flipping back over to Arkansas baseball. This is kind of going to be today's show. We're going to be everywhere today. For the Bourne Braves down in the Cape, you've got Keo Loy having himself a day today. Just 4 minutes ago, he drill walk. And so I believe I just saw either yesterday or today, he had himself a home run as well.
It's good to see. Yeah.
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 It sucks that he got out of the slump after the season, but it's good to see him get his bat going again. Also, Hog News, I don't know if you saw this report from Best of Arkansas Sports about Arkansas's number 1 high school pitcher. What's his name? Jordan Martin, a right-hander.
Mm-hmm.
So he has his hat, his name in the hat for the MLB Draft too. But they reported today that he has enrolled in classes. So that doesn't mean he's not going to get drafted, but at the same time,
right,
that's good fit. That's good sign for Arkansas. So.
And that's been the case for a couple of recruits that they've went ahead and came to campus, enrolled in classes, but this today and tomorrow is going to be kind of what determines if they actually decide to make it. But with the 4th pick, the Colorado Rockies take Ethan Holiday out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, another high school kid, shortstop, getting drafted. If that name sounds familiar, just a few years ago, another Holiday was drafted to the Orioles, and then I believe it was Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hobbs, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that family is just a talented baseball family.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Holiday.
Matt Holiday's dad, yeah.
He actually played for the Rockies as well, so he's going where his dad played.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the first pick in the draft, it actually made sense. So, so that's a good pick because the Holiday brothers, they train like crazy. So the kids got the kid is, I mean, he has no way to fail because of the way that family works. So
Right. And what is it? Their uncle. It's their uncle, right? That is the head coach of Oklahoma State.
yeah. Yeah. Their dad was good. The older brother's good. And so I see he's going to be good too. He'll probably be in the league in a year or two.
Now on the clock, you got the St. Louis Cardinals on the clock here. Hobbs, do you have a team you root for, Major League, or are you just a player watcher?
The Cubs would be the team that I pull for, but I am a player watcher as well. So, but yeah, I'm a big Cubs fan. It's hard for me to sit there and watch every game though. The season's too long.
I understand that.
Like, you have to get paid to watch the entire season. There's no way you can do it without doing that. I mean, it's a full-time job, dude. I'm telling you.
It really is. I mean, you start in April. Well, you really start spring training in like February, and then the season starts in April, and World Series is over at the end of October, almost November. So it's a lot. I mean, when you talk about you play college basketball during that time, you play college baseball, you play NFL starts by that time. Like, everything's already gone through a cycle, NBA, all that. So like before the season's even over. So
yeah, it's crazy. Transplant Texas said JJ Andrews putting on a show this summer. Great to see an in-state commit doing so well. Finally got himself that 5th star. I agree 100%. It's well deserved, and glad to see that he's going to be hogging. Can't wait to see him on the hill under Coach Cal. And then Transplant Texan, St. Louis fan here, says, let's hope the Cards can get a good pickup.
yeah.
I don't have a single team that I root for, right? Obviously, you can tell how much I love the MLB. But I don't know. Like, there is something like nostalgic about the Cardinals that I do like. And my grandma is a huge Cubs fan too. So sometimes my grandma and I will talk sports and more than anybody else that I talk sports with. And when she starts going off about the Cubs, I'm like, that's great, Nani. You know, I don't know what you're talking about at all, but that's great. I'm glad you're happy. So,
yeah, and then you also see, we talked about, these recruits that are going to depend on where they're drafted, decide on whether they're going to school or not. But then you also have for Arkansas baseball with the new 34-man roster limits, a pitcher by the name of an Fayetteville product, Jason Delmar, not making it to campus due to this 34-player roster.
Yeah, and that, that kind of sucks at the same time, at the same time, you still have the transfer portal, right? You know these kids, you make a relationship with them. It doesn't mean that they're not going to come play for you at the end of the day. So high school recruiting isn't the end all be all because of that. And I think you'll see, I think this whole switch to the roster limits across sports is going to start making it to where high school recruiting isn't as a big of a thing, and push it even further towards the transfer portal. And then you'll start seeing these smaller teams like, FCS schools and, group of 5 schools turn into more or less farm teams for the Power 5 schools. And then I think that's how it's going to go. It's going to take a minute for it to go there. But that's just where it's kind of, trained to. And I wouldn't even be surprised if somehow down the road that those teams end up signing deals and actually become like a farm school, with like the U of A have, like, shoot, I'm trying to think of a smaller school like, like the in-state D1 schools, like Well, I wouldn't say Arkansas State because they hate each other, but like UCA and Little Rock become like farm schools for Arkansas because that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah. So
Or how it's going to go.
Yeah. At number 5, the Cardinals took Liam Doyle. Next we've got Pittsburgh on the clock at pick 6. But
there you go, transplant. You got you a great person, great individual athlete there for your Cardinals baseball team.
But yeah. So kind of thinking back to Jason DeLamar, he was ranked as the 3rd overall best player in the state of Arkansas and ranked as the number 1 outfielder. According to national rankings, he was ranked as the 39th overall outfielder and 187th overall. So going to be interesting to see where he ends up. I know I'm not going to question Dave's recruiting methods and his roster handling, but see a talented in-state kid like that not getting to come to campus because of these new roster limits is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It
sucks. You think about guys like Cam Cozell that decided to pick Vanderbilt over Arkansas, and then he came back, and then I think about football. I think about Courtney Crutchfield, decided to go somewhere else, and now he's back. So, which I'm killing with in our online dynasty, by the way, with him. He's pretty good. So, but yeah, it's just the new way of life, unfortunately. But guys may come back. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. I can remember, thinking through the years, the top in-state kids that, we've talked about it before on the show, but, thinking a few years ago, like that guy you mentioned, Crutchfield, and he's back. One that, probably 4 or 5 years ago that I remember that I was really hoping that we would grab, end up not, was a kid out of Arkansas by the name of Jerry Bohannon. End up going down to Baylor. And he was a top in-state recruit, and I believe that was the same year, if I'm mistaken, that we kind of got into the recruiting too late for him because we had already had the commitment from one quarterback by the name of Morris. So,
and that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that too.
So, weird situations like that. He ended up never being back at Arkansas, but him.
That happened with what's his name? What's his name? The guy who went to Criswell.
Yeah, Jacoby
right?
Criswell.
Because that happened with him too, right?
Yeah. I think it was actually him. Jerry Bohannon might have been the class or two before, but ended up deciding to go out of state instead of staying home playing for Arkansas. But I think it was probably still had to do with the recruiting with Chad Morris.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the transfer portal is you got to put a team together. You can't be waiting on certain players to make a decision.
No.
You got to put a team together. And it is what it is. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. So, you play the waiting game and stuff like this happens.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate thing with, NIL and roster limits, especially think football, these kids from maybe all across the state that would be perfectly fine, happy being a walk-on, but, that doesn't exist anymore. There's no true walk-ons anymore like there used to be.
No.
Yeah.
Transplant
that
Jackson
sucks
said a Rocky Topper.
Yeah. That is kind of the worst thing whenever like your favorite pro team ends up drafting someone you really hate from college. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible.
Number of times Miami has drafted or had a player that's a Texas A&M Aggie is terrible.
Oh man, Ryan Tannehill.
Him. You think about their running back now. I'm
A-Chain, yeah.
Devon A. Chain. There was one more that we had I'm blanking on the name, but even thinking about like other guys, even like just in the SEC wise, like you got Waddle and Tua that are Alabama kids. So don't hate them as much as A&M, but yeah, it's unfortunate to see. It's like you're watching the draft, you're excited for these pick, and then you see who they draft, and you're like, well, that's unfortunate, but I guess you got to learn to like them if they bring you success.
Yeah, and the reason he's not liked is because of all the antics and the nonsense that he actually pulled on the field. And I can go ahead and tell you right now that doesn't fly in Major League Baseball. So he wouldn't be able to act like that there.
Yeah. So at pick 6,
transplant Texan,
the Pirates drafted Seth Hernandez, right-handed pitcher out of Corona High School.
Corona.
Hometown of Chino Hills, California.
Okay.
So a lot of high school kids going up this top end of the draft. Next on the board, you got the Marlins. But yeah, Transplant Texan said he can relate. Cowboys drafted Aikman right after he led UCLA to a Cotton Bowl victory over the Hogs. That was a tough one on a Texan with only the Cowboys to root for.
Well, I'm sure he wasn't too mad about that whenever, what happened a few years later.
Yeah.
True.
The only the Cowboys to root for. That's why I was saying, poor Transplant Texan. Hey, there's a team out west.
Hold on, time out. Who is your NFL team, Austin?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, look, I'm a believer in Jim Harbaugh, okay?
Oh, the Chargers?
Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, here's my story, right? I didn't have a team when I was younger. But I remember it was Monday Night Football, and I'm sitting in my room, and I actually had a TV in my room for the first time, and I'm watching Monday Night Football at like 10 o'clock at night, and I don't remember who they were playing, but the Chargers were like neck and neck with somebody, and it was LaDainian Tomlinson just had a hell of a game. And I was like, yeah, that's how, I was being hyped because LT was the man. Yeah, and from then on out, I've just followed the Chargers. And from then on out, I've been heartbroken just as much as I have been with the Hawks. So, like, why couldn't I have chosen like Kansas City? Kansas City's
I'm in the
right
same
there.
boat with you, Austin.
Yeah. You just watched Miami once and started liking them.
Well, in terms of being a sad fan, but I feel like my story is a little bit crazier than your story, Austin. So glad to see Storytime with Austin came back. But
yeah,
the way I tell people whenever I tell them I'm a Dolphins fan, and of course, majority of people in the Northwest Arkansas area are either a Cowboys fan or a Chiefs fan. You see probably more Chiefs fans this northern part of Arkansas,
yeah,
and then as you get further south, you see more Cowboys fans. But
to be fair though, 10 years ago that wasn't the case.
True.
10 years ago it was Cowboys and that was it. And then
like you said,
since KC started to be good, do what?
Like you said, bandwagon.
Yeah. So
and so
whenever one more thing. Just like all the Patriots fans disappeared all of a sudden. Yeah.
But whenever I talk to people and they're like, well, how did you become a Dolphins fan? And I always, the reference point I have to go to is as a kid, I like to watch the movie Ace Ventura Pet Detective with Jim Carrey. Very first movie, they have Dolphin Live mascot Dan Marino and a couple of the other players in there. Some of the scenes are shot at the Miami Stadium, their old stadium, and things like that. And that's what I got to base it off of. I watched that movie enough that I guess it kind of just ingrained in my brain to like the Dolphins. So been a fan since, and I can relate to what you were saying, Austin. Combine that with being an Arkansas fan, and man, that's a tough life.
Well, and then like as I grew into like my fandom with them, I learned how many Arkansas players have actually gone there and like done really well. Now I forget his name that we're talking about him. Bambi was his nickname. He was the wide receiver back in like the 70s, 60s, 70s who went there. One of the best receivers ever.
Lance Allworth?
Huh? Yes, Lance Allworth. Yeah. So he's you have him, and then there really wasn't a whole lot for a while, and then you have like Hunter Henry go there, and then there's Darius Philon was there, and then you have some Hawgs actually going out west to play for him.
I think this past year they signed they got Rocket Sanders that was a Hog at one point.
Rocket Sanders on the Chargers squad?
No.
I believe so. Am I wrong on that one?
Hang on.
While Austin's looking that up, the Marlins at pick 7 took Aviva Arquette from the shortstop from Oregon State.
That's not a bad pick. He's pretty good.
He was drafted in the 18th round by the Diamondbacks in 22. So decided to go to school and improved his draft stock. He's another Hawaiian. We're talking about Hawaiians in baseball. So
yeah, he went to LA. How did I not know that?
Come on, Austin, slacking.
Hey, and you know what? What's his name? Bro,
What'd you say,
let me
Hobbs?
tell you what. I think I can only follow one disappointing program at a time without like going to the hospital, okay?
Without going to the hospital.
Like, I cannot believe I missed that. That's crazy. And you know what's funny is that, well, it's not funny. Hang on.
Transplant Texan said, "Are Hawaiians the new Puerto Ricans in baseball?"
I don't know. There's been a few spotlights there. So
yeah.
Okay, so Najee Harris.
Yes.
So he got picked up by the Chargers this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
He actually got an eye injury during the 4th of July. So he may not be starting.
Shooting fireworks into his eye.
Right away.
What an idiot.
Hey,
dude.
It's almost just like years ago, Jason Pierre-Paul gets his hand blown up by a firework.
What are we doing here? Like, I mean, literally, like you're like, I just don't get some of these things that happen. It flabbergasted.
You're an adult and you have a professional career,
and you're literally, your body is how you make money, and you're sitting there acting a fool. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And what is grown folks' obsession with fireworks? Like, you not seen enough in your lifetime? Like, I don't get it.
Hey, I don't know who hurt you as a child, but bottle rockets are the funnest thing to play with.
That's what I'm saying. As a child, I had my fair share of bottle rocket wars, but then I grew up and I could care less about them anymore. But yeah, it's fun.
It's okay.
Hey, some adults at the 4th of July just need a stress relief of blowing things up.
Yeah.
So,
well, drink some alcohol and get your butt in the pool, and like
that's what it is. It's the alcohol that mixes up with it and makes stupid decisions. Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go. Now you can watch former Razorback Rocket Sanders with your Chargers, Austin.
I don't think he'll get.
Hey, that's it. Well, I don't know who they have backing him up because they don't. Here's the thing: is that I know this isn't Razorback related, but Jim Barball is a like run it first type of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chargers under babyface looking dude. I can't remember his name now. Again, horrible with names. They were pass all the way. I mean, they led the NFL in like passing rate versus runs. So they didn't really have an offense built for it. And that's what Jim Harbaugh is coming there and doing. And that's why they went after Najee Harris, is because they needed some kind of seasoned guy in the backfield to, really lead this team. But I don't know, man. That
here's your
sucks.
Running back depth chart for the your Chargers. They drafted Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina this year in the draft. They picked up Najee Harris. You have Kamani Vidal from last year, Hassan Haskins that came over from the Titans who played under Jim Harbaugh at Michigan, Rocket Sanders, and Jarrett Patterson. That's your running backs on the roster.
Yeah. So it's going to be by committee this year, but they still need to have one guy that comes up and, takes the lion's share of these rushes, because that's just how his offense works. And if you don't have that, it's not going to open up the pass game. So
yeah,
it just depends on what they can do there. And they really have done a good job, like solidifying the guys up front to do that type of offense. So
they'll be good this year. I hope somebody dethrones the Chiefs. I'm about sick and tired of
another high school player,
a lucky team win all these close games all the time because either a penalty or the other team makes a mistake. I've never seen such a lucky football team in my lifetime.
My boss is a Chiefs fan, and dude, me and him go back and forth about it all the time. And I'm like, dude, they're just lucky. They've been lucky all season, and they're not actually that good.
They're really not.
So
they're probably one of the worst teams to make it to the Super Bowl in a very, very long time.
Why they got destroyed.
Yeah.
I'll interject here and say with the pick 8, the Blue Jays take JoJo Parker, shortstop out of Purvis High School in Mississippi. Hobbs, you know where that's at?
Purvis, yeah, that's down there. Let me look this kid up. I didn't know he had a guy that was going to be drafted in the top 10.
Can we just talk about how these bats are sick? That
they're being laser engraved.
Yeah, is that a thing they do every year, or is that just something they've done this year?
I have no clue. I don't follow the Major League Baseball that closely. Up next, you have the Cincinnati Reds at pick 9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that kid definitely looks like an athlete. 6'2", 200 pounds.
Yeah, I remember 5th grade.
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive from me.
Transplant Texans said draft a high school shortstop before Golden Spike shortstop.
Yeah, Major League Baseball, it's all about tools. And a kid's 18 years old, and you're looking at Wahiva that's 21. They're thinking, he's got. I mean, he looks built, 6'2", 200 pounds at 18 years old. So the potential is all there. So
yeah,
absolutely. So, and he was already projected to be higher than Wahiva too.
Yeah, because you also got to think too. It's kind of like. You get these kids out of high school, you get to mold them how you want to, right? You don't have to worry about
system. Yeah,
you don't have to worry about college coming in and teaching them different practices that you don't want them to start doing. And they draft. I mean, we talk about the NBA drafting off of potential all the time. I feel like the MLB is just even more so. They draft on potential.
Oh yeah, they're looking at tools a lot.
When you're looking at it too, you think 18 compared to 21, those 3 years, this guy could be in the system, and by the time he's 21, he's already helping your team. Compared to, you're talking about say Vahiva, he gets drafted here, he spends a year or two in the farm system, and he's 23, 24 years old before he's actually potentially on the big league roster and actually starting to make an impact.
Right.
So age, you get a little bit more life with your investment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Plus, I mean, you think about it, like Vahiva Aloy may be pretty close to his ceiling, right? When you think about it, that's probably about as good as he's going to get. And with these high school kids, you have no idea. And they're usually, when they come out of high school like that, they're incredibly like super high prospects with all those tools that you were talking about.
Very
that
raw in terms
they already have. Yeah, they already have those things at 18 years old versus Aloy, who's had to learn them
Yeah,
through the last 3
he's
or 4 years.
developed like crazy the last couple of years. So,
Oh yeah.
really.
So it's kind of one of those. Like you said, it's just you get a little bit more time, you get a little bit more flexibility with them too, because like I said, you could mold them how you want. What you get in Vihivaloy is what you get, basically.
Yeah, I think they probably want to see. Here you go, Austin. That's Transplant Text, a good analysis. That's why I have the popcorn and y'all have the podcast.
I wouldn't go that far, man. But you know what? I should have made some popcorn now. I'm thinking about it.
We've been talking about all this now. Austin, after we get off here, is going to go make some popcorn.
Probably. Let's see. Reds made their selection.
Yep.
Let's see. Another high school kid.
Steele Hall from Alabama, Hewitt Trussell High School.
That's a cool name.
He's 17.
Wow.
5'11", 175. He bats right-handed, throws right-handed.
I tell you what, dude. Just imagine being 17 years old and getting picked in the first round of a professional sports team.
And about to sign a multi-million-dollar contract.
That is definitely what he's going to be doing.
That's just like, I don't know, man. We talk about these kids and the NIL and, it ruining their life because they don't have the skills to deal with it. I mean, like, look at what the MLB has done forever. How many of these kids ruin their lives because they go and they sign these deals? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it has to do with the preparation that they give them too. Maybe the college game needs to step up and teach these kids how to manage their money and, deal with it that way instead of, saying, oh, well, they're just going to, blow their money and they're going to, have a bad life because they can't manage it. All that junk that you hear on the internet, it doesn't happen in the MLB. You have these kids that go first round that spend, he's 17 and he's going to be a multimillionaire. At the next month, he's going to be a multimillionaire. He's going to make more money than I will make probably in the next 10 years in the next year. So I just don't buy that argument.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, it's tough because, and then on the flip side of that, too, you've got these kids that are 17, 18-year-old that they're going to go start playing with guys that are, 25, 26, up close to their 30s.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they're going to have to
that's
grow up real fast.
Yeah, that's trial by fire, basically.
I don't even know what I would want to spend my money on at 17, 18 years old, millions of dollars, other than maybe a really nice car at that age.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Car. That's the first thing I would do right now. Car. I would, I even have my dream car picked out. I already know what it is. If I go win the lottery, well, the first thing I'm doing is paying student loans. Second thing I'm doing is buying a new car.
Yeah, I would definitely get a car and take care of my parents so they can actually travel to come see me play all the time.
Well, that's true too.
Transplant Texas said, a car and a game system will be the first purchase. Gotta get that new PS5.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
PS5 in college football 26.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So it looks like Gage Wood and Vahiva Loy are number 7, number 8 on these. The
best.
I don't know who this guy is. Best available list. So
watch them get
their
drafted.
pick should be coming up soon.
Well, hey, they're on the White Sox now. They like
that's
White Sox like the Hobbs.
Razorbacks.
They do.
taking Hagan last year.
Might be reaching at this point, though, to take a Razorback. We'll see.
Who do they need, Hobbs?
Everybody. They're so bad. They had the worst record in Major League Baseball history last year, and they're not much better this year.
It's because they haven't called up Hagan Smith yet.
Yeah, they're trying not to burn his eligibility. Yeah, so to put it this way, they're 32-65.
That's insane.
And the Rockies, oh my good Lord, the Rockies are 22-74.
Dude, this kid.
How can you be that bad?
This kid who just got picked. You see them see how many people's behind him? Holy cow, there's like 300 people behind him.
I don't have cable, so I can't watch. Well, I'm not gonna have cable when there's nothing on right now, other than this. So I'm waiting for football season.
There you go. Don't blame you there.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Was it on the MLB network?
No, it's on ESPN.
Is it?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
And it's on the MLB network too, but
yeah.
Here we go, White Sox.
With what we've seen in this first round so far, reach or not, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Another high school kid. Corona, too. Look at that.
Willie Carlson.
2 kids from Corona.
Yeah, 2 kids in the top 10 from the same town. That's insane. I know California is extremely big and heavily populated, but still.
They must have had a hell of a year.
Well, I don't even know if they went to the same school.
Yeah, that's true.
Corona High School.
Yeah.
I mean, there more than one Corona High School. More than one high school named after a beer. I don't know about that, man.
I mean, at this point, I don't know. But, man, could you imagine if that was the case? He was committed to Tennessee, but he ain't going to Knoxville. So
no, he ain't going
no
there.
Rocky Top for them.
No.
But could you imagine being a high school baseball team and you have two top 10 Major League Baseball draft picks? Like,
no, I couldn't. And
good luck everybody else at that point. Like,
they'll talk about that forever. That's history.
Yeah, Corona High School, the first round picks, a pitcher and Seth Hernandez that went 6th to Pitt. Yeah, first high school teammates to be top 10 picks in the same draft.
That's insane. Well, we did get to watch history tonight, even if Arkansas doesn't get both of them in the first round. That's insane.
I just pray none of them go to the A's, the Athletics. Like, man.
Hey, you know what? Out of all the teams in the MLB, I do like their color scheme, and there's some of the photos of the facilities and stuff I think are really nice.
Well, they're building new, or they're moving to somewhere else from Oakland.
Yeah,
if you have to compare, who is the Major League Baseball's equivalent of the Cleveland Browns? Places where people's careers go to die.
Well, if you're talking about a pitcher, that would be the Colorado Rockies. If you're a pitcher and you go to the Rockies, you're dead. So that's an organization that's never had any pitching, and it's mainly because they play in a highly elevated stadium. So that's tough. So
okay, what about skill players?
If I had to think about a team that's just signed a bunch of big contracts that never really paid off hitters wise, it'd be the Angels. They've signed a lot of big contracts, and then the players were great. at their previous team, and then they just weren't that good with the Angels. Like you think about Albert Pujols when he went to the Angels, Anthony Rendon. They just that's another team. So that's a team that Mike Trout's been stuck with.
Here's an interesting thought. We see it in the Cape in these summer leagues. These guys go and, in these leagues, they use wooden bats. They use wooden bats in the pros. At what point do we just say, hey, college, wooden bats, let's go?
I don't know. There's just such nostalgia for a aluminum bat in college. So I don't know if that's ever going to
get that noise, that ping off the bat.
Right. So I don't know if that'll ever go away. So
most shortstops selected in first round history.
And there's going to be another one picked too.
Cross your fingers. Knock on wood. You know what happened last time you didn't knock on wood? We got embarrassed.
That was nothing.
Well, they embarrassed themselves.
Hey! I told you we had a chance. We did. We were winning, and the worst thing I've ever seen in my life happened. So
it's because you didn't knock on the wood. I'm telling you. I'm blaming you, Hobbs.
You got nothing to do with me. That's crazy. I have never seen.
That's called some Cajun voodoo magic right there.
The 3 at bats that I've saw in that span, I've never seen anything like it.
Hey, let's just be real.
It was insane.
There was some Cajun voodoo witch doctor deep in the swamp down in Baton Rouge doing some magic while watching this game that
don't make no sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, how as a program do you have that many national championships without having some kind of black magic behind it? I just don't understand it. That's probably the hardest national championship you can get, and LSU has like 7 of them. Ain't no way.
With the 11th pick,
8.
The Athletics drafted Jamie Arnold, left-handed pitcher from Florida State.
That's a good one. That's a good pick by the Athletics.
So here you go. Hobbs, Transplant Texan says, is the aluminum bat more about the nostalgia or the increased offensive production easier to market high-scoring baseball to casuals than pitching duels, especially at the college level?
I mean, it's just always been that way. I've never really questioned it, but it's just always been the way of you got aluminum bats as a kid growing up and then high school and then college. I mean, when you think about the game that's played the most worldwide as for kids as well, that may be a part of the factor is you really can't have wooden bats for something that's played as much as it is throughout the world kids-wise. So it's I guess it's probably part of the reason, and they're just such a aluminum bats. Like if they got rid of them, it would be that would put like so much stuff out of business.
Yeah,
and like I said,
they're also kind of
would make sense.
They last longer, don't they?
They last way. Yeah, wooden bat can break.
Yeah.
At any moment, and then you got to replace that. It's too much. There's too much cost involved with that. So Major League Baseball can afford that. So that's probably
right.
That's probably why. That's part of the reasoning.
You got the Texans on the clock. Sorry, not Texans. Texas Rangers.
The Texans.
Sorry. I saw the T and yeah. Transplant Texan said Black Magic didn't expect to hear that on an MLB draft party.
Well, you talking about LSU? I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, dude.
Just cue up playing that song we heard as a kid, the Witch Doctor song. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No?
Sing it for us.
I don't know the words. Let me see if I can call on our friend YouTube.
But yeah, no, like there's something about LSU that. Well, the thing is, they also have just really good recruiting. I mean, like being serious now, they just have really good recruiting in all three of the sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the song that's the ooh ah ee ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. It's that song.
Ooh ee ooh ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. I know what you were talking about. I just wanted to hear you sing it. Sorry, not sorry.
With the Rangers selection at pick 12. Another shortstop from California. Well, this is third base, but the announcer said shortstop. Gavin Fiend, third baseman out of Great Oak High School in California. 6'3", 200.
That's good. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big boy there. So potential, absolutely. So high school is a big part of.
And he was a kid that was committed to Texas.
Well,
that's nice too. Tennessee, Texas both get stolen from the MLB draft.
We'll probably have one too. So I wouldn't get your, start celebrating just yet.
Well, yeah. It always happens.
Apparently, we're talking too much. Hobbs has to take a potty break.
Yeah, when I left earlier, it's because my kids were going nuts.
The Giants, San Francisco on the clock at 13. We're getting into territory now where you're talking some Hawgs draft picks now.
Yeah, Vahiva, Loy, and Gage Wood 4 and 5 on the best available list. So it's pretty close to.
Yeah, and here's where you started seeing them kind of be talked about in some of the mock drafts and things like that. So, so I just want to see these guys get drafted to the best possible situation.
Yeah, and you got to think about it, the further they go into this draft in the first round anyway, the better their situation is most likely going to be.
Fair.
It depends on trades and whatnot, but that's just like the general trend. So it just depends on what goes on. What I've noticed, this is like the first time I've watched the MLB draft. There's not hardly any trades going on. They do those as much as basketball and football and stuff.
You're asking
like that.
The wrong person. We gotta wait till Hobbs gets back here.
All right, I'll wait for him to be done with his break.
Talking about recruiting, we'll jump into Arkansas football while we're with commercials and all this stuff. So Arkansas right now is in a recruiting battle for in-state running back for next year's class, TJ Hodges.
Yeah, with him in Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Coach Pitt taking on Eli Drinkowitz fighting over TJ Hodges. So, I think, from what I understand from the people I've talked to, that, it's a very close race and maybe Arkansas has a slight edge, but I mean, both sides of the recruiting are pushing hard for this kid anyway.
Here's the thing about this too. And I know there's people who are always like, oh, well, in-state recruiting doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Look, it is much easier to get 4 stars out of your own state than it is to pull them from somewhere else. That's why you're looking at, just imagine, like, if Arkansas landed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If Arkansas landed half of the 4 stars, so there's 3 right now, according to 24/7 Sports in Arkansas, or there's 6. So if Arkansas landed 3 of them, they would have, let's see,
a much higher recruiting class ranking.
Yeah, let's go look. Here's the cool thing is that you can add them too to see how much difference it would make. Let's see. Get out of here, you stupid ad. 26. Okay, they would have. Let's go. Composite. 1, 2, 3. So instead of having 3, they would have 6 4-stars. And let's just, to be fair, let's add 1 high and then 2 on the bottom. So it'd actually be 4 out of the 6 because they have 1 that's already. It's already done. Let me see.
Here we go with the 13th pick. The San Francisco Giants are selecting
Tennessee shortstop.
Yep. Gavin.
Yeah, that one.
Killian.
That's the first collegiate shortstop, I think, isn't it?
No, kid from Oregon State.
Oh, they had the right.
That's how we got on the conversation of how are Hawaiians the new Puerto Ricans.
Right.
Transplant Texan said another Rocky Topper. You must be just a few seconds ahead of me, Austin.
Why?
Because as you
said, it pulled up before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, what I miss?
Gavin Killian to the Giants. Shortstop in Tennessee.
Oh.
Killian, yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, Transplant Texan said, Hobbs, don't dash the celebrations from the popcorn gallery.
Hey, look. I did that so I can celebrate. Because I knew they were getting picked in the next few picks. So I'm back now.
So we're talking on the discussion of, Arkansas is in a tight recruiting battle for in-state running back, in-state 4-star running back TJ Hodges for next year's class.
Who are they battling with?
Missouri. It's between Arkansas and Missouri, and from the people I've talked to, it's a tight race, but they give the edge to Arkansas. But they must be making tough pushes to from Drinkwitz's side. Yeah, and Austin was doing some math here, quickly figuring up if Arkansas would have half of its in-state 4-star top-like recruits, what it would look like for Arkansas.
So it's actually 4 out of the 6, because they already have 1. But they would be the 21st ranked class, with 29 commits. So it's still not great, but at least you go from having only 3 4-stars to 7, right? Or
yeah,
6 4-stars.
And this,
and that's with and I picked Evan Goodwin, the tackle that went to SMU, Ja'Cory Smith, who went to OU, and then Anthony Kennedy, the D lineman who went to Miami. Those are the 3 that I picked. And then you could still add no, I didn't. I picked Terry Hodges instead of that kid who went to Miami. But you could still add Anthony Kennedy and then Danny Beal, who went to Oklahoma State. And you've had a decent class with those people. It's just mind blowing that everyone's like, oh, well, Arkansas doesn't have good recruits anyway. I'm like, well, have you looked at their class? It's not exactly the greatest, right? It doesn't matter if you can't go outside of your state and get 4-stars. When that's, if you can't do that, then you're not going to have a whole lot if you can't pick up these 4-stars that are in the state. And look at it. Arkansas is about to go 0 for 10 on these kids from Arkansas in the top 10 for the first time ever.
Unacceptable.
And you have Dequane Prevost the kid from Texarkana who went to Bentonville, and I mean he's in the top 10, but I don't really want to count him as a top 10 Arkansas prospect because he did most of his his high school in Texas. I mean, he's only come into Bentonville for 1 year, so I don't even consider him an Arkansas prospect.
Yeah,
necessarily. So
Transplant Texan says if Mizzou gets that running back, Drink will rub that in our faces. He's unbearable. We don't care about Mizzou as a team. We just can't stand Drink.
Well, that's true too. But here's the thing: it's that Arkansas has historically not done well recruiting against Missouri. Missouri wins those quite a bit. I mean, you look at just recently, Courtney Crutchfield and that linebacker from Bryant last year who went to Missouri. Can't remember his name, but still, it's just I don't know what it is. They have better packages for them coming out of high school than Arkansas is, or at least willing to give.
And think about it too here. Transplant Texan brings up a good point. You know, the university has to deal with it, but also you look at the coaching as well. Not trying to diss on Pittman or anything, but you know, you think about, he says Cal here, but also you can probably throw DVH in there too. Is I understand Cal not going for many in-state players when his cash allows him to pick from elite talent all over the country. However, you would expect Sim coming to go after the in-state guys that are 4 and 5 stars, whereas, you know, Coach Cal and DVH, they can go to whatever kid they want and have a good chance at getting them to come here just because of who they are and the guys they put in the league and things like that. You can't say that necessarily as much for Pittman. You know, yeah, he's put some offensive linemen in, but also Cal and DVH are having more success than what Pittman's having as well, which adds into it too. So, I mean,
so it looks
kind of starts from the top down if you look at it.
So Tampa Bay just got another shortstop kid, Daniel Pierce out of Mill Creek. Yeah, Mill Creek High School. So another high school shortstop
that was committed to Georgia.
Yeah.
Up next, you got the Boston Red Sox,
which is where I saw Gage Wood was projected to go to. So get your popcorn ready. This could be it.
Hobbs is calling it now.
Yeah, it's it's 15th pick. This is where some had him projected. So now we're any moment away.
We're on high red alert for draft alert. Transplant Texas, what pick are we on number-wise? Boston's on the clock with pick 15.
Yeah.
But do you guys understand my point, what I was saying about between the comparison of Cal, DVH, and Pittman on terms of recruits?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Cal hasn't really not gone out of state. I mean, Arkansas has good in-state recruiting anyway. So that's why I'm like J.J. Andrews. He was a 4-star to begin with, and he got him to commit to Arkansas. Now he's a 5-star. So, I mean, we actually have good recruiting coming on. But at the same time, like you said, it does feel like Arkansas has made a conscious decision to like focus on basketball and baseball. Because I think it's dumb. I have an article that hasn't been published yet for Best of Arkansas Sports, but it should be coming out. And I kind of make that I'm pretty critical of Hunter Yurachek and how he's like gone over how he's gone about, you know, taking care of football. So I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me why you neglect the thing that makes you the most money.
Look, at least I can
welcome to the rest of the Arkansas fan base.
At least I can get on the game and rebuild Arkansas and make him into something, make me feel good about it. So,
what you're saying is Hobbs for the next AD?
Oh man. I mean, I put up 94 points and 89 points in the first 2 games, so maybe so.
Hugo Austin transplant text and said, let the Hunter Yurachek critique flow from your pen, or in this case, your keyboard.
Yeah, speaking of Hunter Yurachek, did you see what he posted? Was it yesterday?
I think I saw it. I can't remember those.
Hey, let me see. I thought you were taking a break from
I
Twitter,
like
man.
open the app out of habit a couple times. It sees a couple things, and then I close it back out. It's just a habit thing.
So okay, so
cold turkey.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So he tweeted out he tweeted out this article from USA Today, which I kind of agree, like on the very like shallow level, I kind of agree with him on this, because this is just an insane amount of money. The attorneys for the House side of the House versus NCAA settlement are going to receive more than $750 million in compensation. $750 million in compensation for this. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, first of all, but on the other hand, Hunter Yurachek isn't the one that needs to be out there calling it out. I mean, the dude makes like $1.5 million, and he's been nothing but anti-NIL, right? He's made Arkansas look like the anti-NIL school, and the one that really matters is football, because that's the one that struggled with it.
Speaking of football, they had a player just steal money from them, not ever play it down. So I don't blame him for being pissed off about it.
Well, yeah, he can be pissed off about it, but this is what he said. He said the attorneys that filed this suit because they care so much about student athletes. What are the chances they are going to share this revenue with student athletes? And I'm like, I get that that's a crap ton of money, but at the same time, like, dude, shut up. You're already making it look bad enough for Arkansas when it comes to NIL and stuff like that. So it looks like they did not go with Gage Wood. They went with another right-handed pitcher, Kyson
Witherspoon out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
First team all SEC.
To be fair, he's a pretty good pitcher, so I'll let that slide. But
it almost looks like I'm looking at these what do you call it? These pitches, and they showed his fastball a minute ago, and it kind of, well, it doesn't rise, but it kind of stays flat, kind of like what's his name, Gage Woods. So maybe he's kind of got that same stuff, but he's got a lot of extra movement on those off-speed pitches too. And I don't really think, I don't know, Gage Wood. Whenever I think of Gage Wood, I think of fastball. I don't think of off-speed. So
yeah. His curveball versus lefties this past season, he had a 49% strike rate and a 55% whiff rate.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher. So
that's good.
Very well deserved in that pick. So, Gage Wood will be coming off the board soon.
It's about to say, now you got the Twins coming up at pick 16.
Yeah. Vahiva, Gage, 3 and 4 on the top prospects left. So
anytime now, but yeah, I mean, good point there, Austin. I mean, it's like Transplant said, Yurachek is getting cooked in the comments. Your comment on X was chef's kiss.
What was your comment?
Yeah, I said if not reading the room was a person, it'd be Hunter Yurachek.
How many likes did you get?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not a lot. I don't get a whole lot of
let me look
on Twitter.
Let me see.
Hobbs has got you. He also said Hunter Yurachek, one of the top 12 highest paid ADs as of 2024.
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yeah. But to be fair, there were a lot of people doing the exact same thing as me. So. What do the Twins need, man?
They're a pretty solid organization, always have been, and You know, they probably just need they could probably just get any position, honestly, because they're a well built organization. So they're probably just looking for potential at this point. When you get to this point in the draft, you got pretty good teams. It's kind of like the NFL. You're in the back end of the first round, so you're gonna have some pretty decent teams here.
Their farm system needs catching.
I don't know if there's a catching prospect worth taking this high of a pick on, though. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the catching prospect. There will be next year.
Yeah. Did you see him? What is that tournament called? The international one. He's in Japan right now.
Yeah, right.
Right at Hilfreak.
Him, Geckel, and Gibbler are all in Japan on the USA national team.
Yeah, he had a sacrifice fly that brought him within one of Japan. But I didn't really watch any more of it after that. Farm system.
Transplant Texans got you, Austin. He said he'll go retweet you.
Yeah, he already did.
There you go.
You're funny, guys. Let's see. Yeah. I still can't get over these bats, man. Like,
what
like they're out there.
Between looking at each of the bats, some of them are Marucci and some are other brands. Does it depend on the organization?
Probably.
I would imagine because you think about it, MLB is probably who is this? Another shortstop
from Wake Forest.
This time from Wake Forest. Yeah.
Your Cubbies are coming up here, Hobbs. You got a Razorback to your Cubbies?
Yeah, Gage Wood. I mean, that's another organization that's got plenty of few of them. Christian Franklin, Connor Nolan, Casey Opitz, Jank Rondell. Who else do they have down there? I think they got Jackson Wiggins. I mean, hey.
If you're an organization looking at this, not counting the high school kids, why are you taking these other shortstops over Vahiva just from a purely college perspective? You know, Vahiva won the Golden Spikes being the best college baseball player, yet he's still dropping down the draft board. Is it because these teams don't think he just fits their style? They don't like his tools? Or what is it if you're dropping below some of these other collegiate shortstops that theoretically per winning the award that you're better than?
They probably don't like the strikeout ratio. He reminds me of Javier Baez with how he swings at sliders down and outside the zone a lot, goes out of the strike zone a lot. So they're probably looking at that. But I mean, he's still gonna be picked by somebody here in the first round and give him a chance. So that's probably what they're looking at.
Well, your next.
You got to think though. Go ahead. Well, you gotta think, like, if you're an MLB organization, you got to look at that difference between the first year and the second year. I mean, his whiff rate, his first year at Arkansas was really, really bad. It looked like Kahila Loy's whiff rate this year. And then, the difference between like his patience inside at the plate versus last year was just remarkably different. And I feel like if you just keep, building it with that, and maybe that's one of the reasons they don't want a guy that you have to build that with. But at the same time, I mean, he's got the power and he's got the glove to really do some damage. I don't know. I'd take a chance on him.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to say in the next picks, you've got the Cubs at 17, who's on the clock now, and their pick is just now in, so we'll probably get that here in a minute. The Arizona and Baltimore in 18-19. Baltimore, another place that a former Hog, Heston Kjerstad, that needs to be sent somewhere else, but doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me.
No,
All
he
he
just
does whenever he goes.
in his career.
Yeah, but I feel like all the time when he goes up, he just does well. I don't know. He does get hit in the head more than anybody else I know.
There's a lot of bad luck, man. Let me look see what he's doing. Yeah, he's in the minors.
Are we surprised? Not in the sense of him, but because the Orioles like to play flip flop.
Yeah, he was struggling this year, though. He just hadn't been the same since he got hit in the head.
But, yeah, I don't know, man.
So, who do you think the top 5 most hated people in Arkansas sports is currently active in Arkansas sports? Because I can think of the top 2. And I'll start with the top 2 and let y'all think about the next 3. The top 2 is definitely Hunter Yurachek and Nate Thompson. I've never seen 2 people get so much hate in my life. I guess you could throw Sam Pittman in the top 5 too.
Houston Nutt.
What are we?
No, I'm
Are we
talking
just talking about
coaches or athletic director, player? Who would be the top 5? Because I think I just named the top 3 right there. I don't think there's anybody that's more hated than those 3.
Scott Fountain.
Yeah.
Special teams coach.
And even though he's got 2 NFL kickers, and then just recruited the number 1 kicker in the country to come here. So,
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think players too, because there's some players that get a lot of hate for no reason. I mean, Kendall Diggs, but he's no longer. But there's always one guy who shows a lot of promise, who kind of, is a little bit under. Yeah. Oh, here comes the coach selection.
Come on.
Right fielder from
Another
Wake
kid from Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, what do you
think Conrad?
6'3", 220. Lefty.
That's a big boy.
Now we got Arizona on the clock with Baltimore after. Oh, he only played 8 games this year because he had season-ending shoulder surgery.
Okay.
That's why you haven't heard too much about him.
He was probably really good because they went to the national championship just 2 years ago. So he was probably a big part of that team.
Well, he transferred, so he played at Marist.
Yeah.
So 2024 versus St. Peter's, he had 4 triples in a single game.
Wow. Okay.
He had 4 triples?
Yes.
Jeez.
Which was an NCAA record.
I don't know. That might be more impressive than a cycle. Because, triples are hard to come by. But at the same time, you're doing that in a league that's not, super
to me,
great.
What you're telling me is if you're getting triples, you're putting it in the corners a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gaps in the corners. You're fast. You got speed. So,
6'3", 220, you got that much speed. That's pretty good.
Dang, we're starting to roll through these picks now. These teams aren't on the clock for long.
Good.
Oh yeah. Hey, Hawgs, I made this point earlier when you were in the bathroom, but there hasn't been any trades or anything yet. And I know the NFL and the NBA they trade like crazy, especially in the first round. First 2 or 3 rounds. So is that not a thing with the MLB, or do they wait?
Trading in the allowed for drafting picks in the MLB. As
really?
A matter of fact, your player, when they get drafted, you cannot trade them for 365 days. So
wow,
they're protected. Yeah, there's no draft trading in baseball.
All right, Diamondbacks.
Which is why prospects get traded so much.
Another shortstop out of high school.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
Shortstops are very
Casey
valuable.
Cunningham.
It's the most valuable position in baseball. So
Out of Johnson High School, Texas, 5'10", 178, bats left, throws right.
small.
But you got to think though, they broke the record for shortstops within the first 11 picks. And they just keep doing them, and most of them are from high school.
All right, who's up now? Baltimore.
Yes, so he was the 2025 Texas Gatorade Player of the Year. And if I saw the stat right, he said he hit his batting average on the season this year was 509.
That's pretty good.
That's his batting average, 509.
If I saw the stat correctly, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty dang good.
But
they're showing these highlights of him fielding too. I mean, the dude's legit. Did it say if he was committed anywhere?
I didn't see. He may have not been just because he knew he probably wasn't going. Transplant Texas said, Hobbs, how many picks in the first round?
Every team. So what's that, 30?
30, but
there's like a
hang on.
There's
like a round in between rounds.
There's like an extra couple too. It's weird how they do it.
Isn't it like compensatory picks or something like that?
Yeah, something about where you had a player drafted high or something like that, and they didn't sign or got something happened with them.
And they have before you get to the second round, it's like 36 picks or something like that. It's kind of nuts. It's confusing as all get out too. Whenever I was first did my research on it, I was like, I don't understand this.
These experts thought that Arizona was going to draft that catcher from Coastal Carolina, which he's pretty good. So I'm surprised they didn't pick him.
Transplant Texan said here, when we were talking about Kerstad with Orioles, I want to get this before we move on. Since the Orioles are on the clock, Kerstad gets no burn with the Orioles. They underutilized him and kept him in the minors too long.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. When he was on fire and destroying the baseball, they kept him down there too long, and then he got hit in the face or whatever against the Yankees last year, and he hadn't been the same since. So they really lost out on that potential, which is why they're in the situation they are now. They had all this potential, and they didn't utilize it correctly, and they got bounced from the playoffs early, and now they suck. So that's their own fault. So the Brewers are projected. Who we got on the clock now? The Orioles. Okay,
Orioles on the clock at 19.
One expert is thinking that Gage Wood's going to go to the Brewers, and another one thinks that they're going to pick Laviette out of Texas A&M, who destroyed us. So
I also saw Houston's on the clock after the Brewers, so they also talked about the Astros picking one of those guys too.
Yeah. There's another guy that thinks Eloy's going to the Astros, and then the other guy thinks he's going to go to the Braves right after the Astros. So get your popcorn ready. We're right here on it. So it's coming. One of these next few picks.
As someone who writes and has to push stuff out whenever they get, why are Arkansas players always right next to each other in the freaking drafts?
I know.
That's what I want to know.
Crazy in it.
All right, Orioles are up. Let's see.
They take the catcher from Auburn, Ike Irish. Right.
That's not a bad pick. Ike Irish has always been really good. Plus, he can play more than catcher, so he may not even be a catcher in the MLB.
6'2", 201, bats left, throws right.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to tell me. I saw the guy play against us. He's for real. So, he's
now on the clock. You got the Brewers at pick 20.
This is
and then
where
Houston
we might
at
see
pick
Gage.
21.
Yeah.
How close are we getting to a pick? I'm trying to see the draft board to the Royals. Let's just have the Royals take one of these guys and let them play for the Naturals here in Northwest Arkansas for a little bit.
I'm going to be really mad. I'm going to be really mad if Weaver goes to the Braves, because we had the Mississippi Braves down here right down the street in Pearl, like literally 10 minutes away for like the last 10 years, and they just moved to Rome, Georgia, I think, or whatever it is. So they're not here anymore. So if he goes to the Braves after they've been here all this time, I'm gonna be so mad because he'd be in Double-A. That's where he'd probably be next year. So,
Well, Atlanta's coming up in 2 picks.
yeah,
Right
I
out of
know.
the Astros.
He's projected to go there. So,
Transplant Texas said now at least it wasn't a Corona High School player or a Rocky Topper.
they can't have many more go in the first round. That's
No. In high school.
Oh, but like I was saying, Hobbs, earlier, I don't know if you know. So, do major league teams have like contracts or deals with like certain brands, like bat companies, like Marucci or I forgot the one that starts with a V. Because I'm looking at these bats and there's no specific order. Some of these bats have the Marucci M logo, some have the V logo. Is it based on the team or based on the kid?
they do have sponsorships from bats, so could be that. So
Because there's no particular order. It's not like alternating or anything. It's just like,
yeah, I don't know, but I know that all those bats have sponsorships with the Major League Baseball. So I don't know.
have you been noticing that as you watch it?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's by team because I think the MLB, if you want to talk about like the most capitalistic professional sports league in the world, it's got to be the MLB. I mean, that's why I'm actually a little bit surprised about there not being any trades in the NFL or the MLB draft, is because I mean they're kind of like sending around the money and all that stuff. So it kind of surprised me that they don't have that free trade, so to speak, during the MLB draft. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the deal, is that each team has their own sponsorship, and then and I also wouldn't be surprised if it can't be by the player because they're based on the team, right? So
Sure.
They already have them up there on the board with each team. So it's got to be based on the team. It can't be based on a player.
Yeah, so Transplant Texan asked, do the draft picks get a bat and a hat when they get drafted? Give some backstory. So I don't know if they get it, but every time a player is picked, they have an engraving machine that's engraving a bat that they're putting up on a display that's on the stage for each pick. So they're taking the bat that says it has the team, what pick they are. I would assume these kids get to keep that bat.
Yeah, that's what I would think too, because it's kind of like for the NFL draft, they get
the jerseys,
a hat and the jersey made. So like right there, whenever they're
well,
doing
and
it.
compared to those other two drafts, they're not like a green room or like these kids aren't there. It's just
right.
They're coming out and announcing it, and then it's on to the next one. These kids aren't there to, and ironically enough, Transplant Texas ask, is there a green room? I don't think there is, because from what I can tell, they're just announcing it and moving on to the next one. And most of these kids are at their home or somewhere local with a draft party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MLB draft's never been fancy and all this hoopla.
They're down to business. Let's get these
picks in and let's roll. We got baseball to play.
Well, yeah,
they're the only one that had the draft
20 rounds.
Yeah, and they're the only one that drafts in season. So,
all right, the Milwaukee
what do you call it too?
Picks are in.
And plus, these guys are going to play immediately. They're leaving to go play immediately after they sign. So, yeah.
Why don't they do it after the season, like in November? Why don't they do that?
Because, like I said, these kids are going to play in the minors.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that makes sense.
Geez, the Brewers select Andrew Fisher, third baseman from Tennessee.
Oh, that dude. Screw that dude.
Yeah, that dude. He's that dude. Yeah, that guy. That cocky dude that gave a thumbs up and then he got struck out by Zach Root. And Zach Root told him
Yeah.
a little something about it. So, yeah, that dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a good player. Let's not get it wrong. He's just
he's great.
turd.
He's really good. Absolutely. But
He's
I
just
didn't
a
want
turd.
Gage. I didn't want Gage Wood going to the Brewers anyway. As a Cubs fan, we don't like the Brewers. So,
Well, now you got
Yeah.
the Astros coming up.
which is where what the Wehiba might go. So,
You got
We'll
the
see.
Astros, the Braves, and then I believe the Royals are after the Braves. Let's get a Vahiva or a Gage Wood playing for the Naturals here. Sign me up to go start watching the Naturals games.
Yeah. I mean, that's an easier ticket to get than the Razorback games.
No joke.
It really is. I mean, the Naturals kind of not been good lately, but that's because the Royals have been good. You know, all these farm schools, they are farm teams. When they're good, their MLB teams suck, and then whenever they're bad, their MLB teams are good.
So
That's just how it is.
that's 3 first-round picks by a Tennessee team that was terrible, overrated.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
something
got
like that.
destroyed by us.
Doyle, Fisher,
And
their shortstop.
whatever his name was. Yeah,
maybe 4.
Yeah, kind of nuts.
This is transplant Texan territory right now. He said, "Come on, Strohs, don't pick a Rocky Topper. You need a hog."
I don't think there's any Rocky Toppers left to pick. They that's all they were was one pitcher, one hitter, and another decent player. That's really all they were. That's why they
Victus is the other brand for the bats. Marucci and Victus.
Victus. Yeah,
I tell you, if Gage Wood or Vahiva drop any lower, these teams are going to start getting steals.
yeah.
Yeah. See. Strikeouts. I'm telling you, dude, it is so hard to read without my glasses.
Transplant text at Hobbs, don't discourage the tenor disdain.
I can't stand them. I mean, you talk about this a team that continuously was tagging us and stuff, like acting like they were talking smack to us when we just beat the crap out of them. Like, oh, y'all lost in the College World Series. Well, okay, well, where did you lose at? Explain that to me.
Fair. That's a crazy stat to think about. 10 out of the first 16 picks in the draft were all shortstops.
Mm.
And at least 8 of those were high school, at least. It's nuts.
All right. Pick is in. Let's skip this interview with Mr. Fisher and go on.
Yeah, no one cares about you.
Interview with him.
The Hiva Loy's number 2, Engage was number 3 on the board. Best available. So
Any moment now.
were you saying? No, you said you don't want him to go to the Braves. You don't mind him going to the Astros, though?
I mean, I don't really like the Astros either, but at this point, I'm ready for them to get drafted and say hooray because it's about time.
Yeah.
Hobbs, you sure you're just not you're getting tired of hanging out with us?
That too, but
Want to go play some college football 26?
Oh man, that's funny. I'm trying not to play it too much so I don't get burned out on it, but it is fun to play it.
Jesus, another shortstop from high school.
From high school.
Xavier Neans, and it's a third baseman. The guy keeps saying shortstop. 6'4", 205.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
So who's the best available? You said number 2 and 3 best. Who they got ranked?
I don't remember.
So next up, you got the Braves on the clock, and then the Royals after that.
No, he's asking about who's the best available.
I know, yeah. I'm waiting for it to pop up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying in terms of the next 2 picks is the Braves and the Royals. I would love to see one of these guys be here in Northwest Arkansas to go watch him play from the Naturals.
You got to think Wahiba's getting picked right here.
Jeez.
Be kind of cool to see Gage Wood play close to home if he gets drafted by the Royals, plays for the Naturals, potentially plays for the Royals up in KC.
Brendan Summerhill, center fielder from Arizona, is number 1. And then Vahiva, and then Gage.
And then another high school shortstop after that. Man, talk about if you're playing the sports book on if it was going to be a high school shortstop, I bet you have some pretty good odds there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
And this draft is actually, I think, at the Braves Stadium anyway.
Oh, it is?
From what I can tell, they keep flashing to reporters outside where the draft
wherever the All-Star game is. So I think that is the Braves. Let me see.
Yeah, they're Atlanta. That's why you have all these people there going crazy because they're excited about the Braves being on the clock.
Zach Root's projected to go 35th in the Mariners.
So he might get selected before the second round too, right? Like, hang on.
As this possibility.
The pick is in. So once we finish this Panera commercial, hopefully we get.
Bro, that Panera, has it opened down over there in Tawnytown? Or not in Tawnytown, in Springdale yet?
Yes.
It has? I need to go over there and get lunch there once. I really like Panera.
I do too, but I've also heard people call it glorified hospital food too.
Well, I mean, at the same time, that's true, but I'm a little weird. Like, hospital food is not that bad for me. Okay, so I was wrong. The second round starts at the 44th pick with the Chicago White Sox. So from the end of the first round with the 27th pick, you got a prospect promotional incentive pick with the Kansas City Royals, and then you got compensation picks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then competitive balance round A. And there's 11 there, and then you start the second round. Like, it don't make any sense to me. Like, here, I'm gonna read the prospect promotional incentive picks. If a player who was rated as a preseason top 100 prospect by MLB Pipeline, Baseball America, and or ESPN, at least 2 of the 3, and was on his team's opening day roster and goes on to win the Rookie of the Year award or place in the top 3 in the MVP or CY Young voting prior to qualifying for arbitration, the club is awarded a prospect promotional incentive pick after the first round. What? Yeah, what the hell does that mean? That's one sentence.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with baseball when it comes to that. It's a lot involved with baseball.
Dude, it is complicated. It is complicated as crap, dude. Like, doesn't make sense at all. Like, here, this is the one where it has 11. competitive balance round A. All teams that have either one of the 10 smallest markets or 10 smallest revenue pools receive an additional pick at the end of the first or second round. The group of teams alternate between the 2 rounds each year. Competitive balance picks may be traded and are not subject to forfeiture. However, competitive balance picks acquired by another club in a trade are subjected to forfeiture. The Dodgers, Mets, Yankees each received 10-pick penalty on their first picks for exceeding the second surcharge threshold. Blah blah blah. Like that, it's incredible. It's like legalese. Like you have to be a lawyer to understand anything that's going on here. Oh, the pick's in. Let's see.
Oh, a shortstop from high school. Oh, Tate South.
Come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
5'11", 170, bats righty, throws lefty.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What? You said a shortstop that throws left? No, that's not possible.
He was
There ain't
committed
no
to
shortstop.
USC.
That's crazy.
He was the 2025 Nevada High School Baseball Gatorade Player of the Year. All right, so the Royals have got to pick a Razorback here. His older brother
Oh, man.
was a 4th-round pick by the Cubs in 2024, last year.
Yo, I'm like legit stunned by this. That's kind of crazy.
All right, the Royals are on the clock. And then you got Detroit after that. How you feeling about those Detroit Tigers?
How do I feel about the Detroit Tigers? They got a great manager now. They're playing really good this year, so they're in a good spot. Wouldn't be a bad place to go to now.
Real quick, let me go plus 500 on a high school shortstop.
Wait, what?
You know the Red Wings. Oh yeah, yeah, for real. But you know what's funny? The Red Wings, they really missed an opportunity with their mascot. They should have been the Bruins or something like that instead of
a boot brand.
No, because you got the Detroit Lions football, Detroit Tigers baseball, and then have like Detroit Bruins or Bears. For the NHL, you have Lion, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my, you know.
Tigers and Bears.
I tell you though, you think
that
about
was a dad joke.
The Royals organization. Think about the picks they've had in the past few years and the players they got. They have Jack Caglione that just got called up. They have Bobby Witt Jr. from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now let's add to that with a Vahiva lawyer, Gage Wood. What do they need more? A shortstop or a pitcher?
Probably a pitcher because they got one of the best shortstops in the league.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of hoping so because that's the first story I'm working on is Gage Wood. So.
Some dude said, well, he hadn't been picked because he can't hit sliders, and he threw it to third base in the 9th inning, and that will haunt him forever. Lord have mercy.
The pick is in. We're just now waiting for these commercials to be over. Hey, Austin, I think Transplant Texan has some fighting words for you. He said Panera brownies are trash, soups are good, sandwiches are overpriced, but they have some good ones.
Hey, I haven't tried their brownies, so I have no idea. Like I ain't like you know, like there's God's Chicken right next door to Panera in Springdale. So if we're talking about like foods, like I'm gonna take Chick-fil-A over Panera any day.
Look,
I just wanted to go try it because it's there.
All I know is that Slim Chickens hit like crack that time that me and Caleb went to it.
I took him the Slims on the way home from the baseball game. That one that's right over there, right off Sunset.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Like,
place is good.
Slim Chicken.
Huh?
Whenever I told you we were going to stop there, you're like, "What's a Slim Chicken?"
I'm like, I don't know, man, but I trust you. Let's go.
It's like Zaxby's,
It's
but
good.
10 times better.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really
It's better
good.
than
Okay, here's the
Zaxby's
thing,
and
though.
Cane's.
Okay, I haven't ever had Cane's, which is crazy. But here's the thing, though. Like, I grew up with Zaxby's because Zaxby's was bigger in the Southeast because they started in Georgia. So whenever I lived in South Carolina, that's what we had like all the time. And that Zaxby sauce, that's my favorite. The Zaxby sauce, that's like I if I had a bucket of it, I'd eat it. Like,
all right, here we go. Kansas City Royals selection. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my God! If it's another short
before me.
No, it's the second baseman from IMG.
IMG Academy, though. God dang.
Oh. I agree with Transplant Texan in both these comments. Slim's has great sauces, but it is hard to beat Chick-fil-A chicken. And then Cane's is a mid chicken, but it's good sauce. You gotta go try Cane's.
Okay, awesome. there is not a better chicken sandwich. I don't care about what Popeyes thinks about their chicken sandwich. Okay, it is not that good. First of all. But the spicy chicken sandwich, like just by itself with the pickles from Chick-fil-A.
You asked me with pickle. No pickles, bro.
Bro, that's what they use as a brine, though. You know that, right? So the pickle flavor is there already.
Right. I don't want extra pickle flavor. Plus, I don't like the texture of pickles anyway.
Well, I'm kind of there with you, too, but it's just...
Plus, you got to think
it just hits different.
And it's not
it just
like
hits
a cold,
different
crisp pickle either. It's a pickle that's kind of soggy on a hot, warm sandwich.
Speaking of cucumbers, right? Story time with Austin. There's this TikTok trend where they make like sauces to go with cucumbers, and there's this dude on TikTok that does it. Well, I saw this one that I really wanted to try, and I finally did it. And it's so you take peanut butter, soy sauce.
You lost me.
A little bit. Okay, just bear with me. And then like chili oil, sesame seed oil, some MSG, some you're supposed to put like sesame seeds in it, but I don't care about it. And then a little bit of vinegar, and you mix it, and it makes a really nice sauce. And like, have you ever had Thai food? That wasn't rhetorical.
Oh, look, another high school shortstop.
Oh my God.
The Detroit Tigers take Jordan Yost from Sickles High School in Florida. 6 foot.
That's crazy.
6 foot 170, bats left, throws righty.
I don't know, man. I'm lost at this point.
I'm right here with Texan.
Okay, look, I'm telling you. Have you ever had Thai food?
Yes.
Okay, a lot of that has peanuts in it, and it's basically the same flavor. Huh? Yeah, pad Thai. It tastes like that. Like if I had fish sauce, I'd put it in there too, but I just don't have it. It is so freaking good. I like a whole cucumber every other day. It's healthy, and it's only like 300 calories.
14
and it is a full meal.
Drafted this year.
That's insane. And that's just, there are 25, so only 11 non-shortstops have been drafted.
Well, you got San Diego on the clock with Philly after that, and then Cleveland.
And what are they saying?
You're wrong at this point, so I don't know. Really don't know what's going to happen now. So we're having the most random conversations waiting on these picks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like baseball announcers because that's what they do.
I feel like baseball announcers.
Hey,
they talk about some of the random things.
Let
dude.
us know. We're open. I said, hey, ESPN, let us know. Hey, we're open. We can do this.
We're open, yeah.
This
And
is our
there's a deep
audition
fly
tape
ball
right
to
here.
center field. And by the way, Austin, as you mentioned earlier, hey, it's not hard to call a game.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to make a call every like 3 minutes. I mean, it's not that big. Oh, somebody so and so strikes out, you know.
All right, the Padres.
And then you just talk about, yeah, here we go.
High school left-handed pitcher Cruz Schoolcraft out of Oregon.
I'm gonna ask Chat GPT why he hasn't been picked yet. Let me see.
Holy crap! He's 18. He's 6'8", 230,
Jesus.
and he's a lefty.
Okay, I kind of understand. I kind of understand that. Yeah, he was committed to Tennessee too. Tennessee's had like 2 guys stolen from the high school ranks, and then
He's 2-time Oregon High School Baseball Gatorade Player of the Year too.
Jeez,
6'8" at 18, and he's probably still going to grow more. How many 7-footer pitchers have you seen in the majors?
Randy Johnson's pretty big. I think he big time, big lefty. I can't remember how tall he was, but
all right, we got the Phillies on the clock with Cleveland up next, and you said pick 27's end of the first round. Austin?
no, like
it was
or something like that.
Yeah, 43. So the like legit first round is 27. Before the start of the second round is 43.
So is it considered a first round pick then at that point?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Transplant Texas said, take that, Tenor. If we can't get Hawgs drafted, at least we can see Tenor lose out on some commits.
That's nice.
All right, out of the 3, would you prefer Vahiva and Gage to go to either the Phillies, Cleveland, or the Royals?
I don't care at this point. Draft him right now before I lose my mind.
Oh
man! Like we were thinking they're going to be in the top 20 picks. Boom, bang! You know, here we are 2 hours in, and we're sitting here with dumbfounded. So
we're all sitting here like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! Wow.
And it's also quite comical too.
Yes, sir.
Oh man!
Transplant Texas said the Royals are closer, but like Hobbs said, just get them drafted.
Yeah, for real. I don't even care at this point. Like you know, just somebody please pick them in the first round, and so we can say they were first round draft picks. Because in the day, they're not going to talk about where they were picked in the draft. So please, somebody save me. Feel like that song right now.
Bro, have you seen Jelly Roll? He looks like he's lost like
he has lost a lot of weight, but good for him.
That's a crap ton of weight.
That's going to really help him down the road for sure. And the big thing is keeping it off because it's not easy to keep it off. It's not easy to lose it either. But
I mean, you hear me talking about the Loris chicken like that. You can tell I struggle with it.
He said you can tell. You can tell I like food. Me too, man.
I just sent y'all a tweet. I just tweeted.
Got 1 like right now.
Hey, look at that. Y'all my biggest fans.
This is ridiculous. All right, the Phillies pick is in. Are we having a hog headed to Philly?
I don't know, man. This is so.
Hey, the major
I just don't. I
major
don't.
leagues are setting records for a number of high school shortstops drafted. We're setting records over here for longest live show. Yeah,
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, true. I just don't. I don't get the whole like. He's the Golden Spikes winner, right? Bona fide best player in the country, and he can't make it in the first round. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's weird. And he's also been the second best pick according to this. I can't read. Kelly's evaluation for like 13 picks.
All right, let's see. At 26, the Phillies select Gage Wood to the Phillies.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One down, one to go.
There he is. From red to red. Let's go. All right. What pick was that?
26. Do back-to-back Hogs get drafted here?
That's the first time I've tweeted in a while.
Yeah.
Who's up? Cleveland?
Cleveland Guardians. And then you got the Royals.
So they're saying that the reason why he dropped so far is because he doesn't have the resume, that the people in front of him have, but that's because of the shoulder injury and stuff like that.
Hold on.
No.
You're talking about
But they're talking about how he has the highest whiff rate in the country and how he was he was throwing 98 miles an hour after a hole. What?
He doesn't have the resume. Only the 8th player to throw a no-hitter in the College World Series. And,
well, that's not the words they used. It was
like since 19 what? Yeah, get out of here with that resume. Who's got that on their resume? Him.
That's not the words they use. It's just the paraphrasing I used. It wasn't necessarily like he's got the high hitting stuff like that no hitter, but he just didn't have the overall, like, he did this game after game after game because he only got to play in like 10 games this season because of the shoulder injury. You got me there, Texan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me there. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Caleb, you want to put that comment on the screen because he makes a good point.
Fair enough. Texan said resume. What about high schoolers drafted? No diss, they were good picks as well, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm gonna try and pop this out real quick.
All right, the Cleveland Guardians have picked 27. Take. Jace Laviolette from A&M. Come on, Kansas City. Draft Viva.
Not a bad pick. Great ball player. actually going into the
Just had to
season.
join a cult.
Yeah, I know. Going into the season, he was on some people's board as going to be the number one pick this year. But I guess because he got hurt, he still had a great season. So
Hurt and the Aggies suck. So yeah,
that hurt him a lot. But yeah, that's a really good pick for that high in the draft. So they got a great player at that pick.
what is the Phillies farm system?
I know they got Casey Martin and Robert Moore. I think's with the Brewers now. Maybe let me check. He may be with the Phillies too.
So the Phillies have 4 minor league affiliates. The Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, Robert Moore's with the Phillies too.
So Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs is their AAA team. The Reading Fighting Phils are their AA team. The Jersey Shore Blue Claws is the high A team. And the single A team is the Clearwater Threshers. So Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Florida.
And
it's opposite. What do you think? It's single A is the lowest, and it goes up to AAA, and then the show.
Yeah, it's like batteries.
So more than likely, Gage is headed to their single A affiliate down in Florida. I'm just going to ignore this.
He said, "I'm just going to ignore this." Oh man,
Like batteries. That's good stuff. Yeah.
All right, the Royals at pick 28. Select.
Come on.
High school shortstop.
You can't make this stuff up, man. Like that's crazy.
Wesleyan Christian High School, North Carolina.
6'1",
215, bats and throws, righty. He was committed to Wake Forest.
So, I mean, I asked, Chat GPT, has its faults, but I asked whether or not those count as the first round, and it says technically no, they don't count as a first round draft pick. So
I think
maybe Arkansas missed out on history today.
With us and about to lose his mind because he said, "Really, another high school shortstop? Say it isn't so." All right, now we got the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then Baltimore with back-to-back picks.
They're about to draft the catcher from Coastal Carolina.
So more than likely, do you think so it's Arizona and then Baltimore has 2 picks back-to-back. Do you think Vahiva is a Baltimore Oriole?
Maybe. I don't know at this point. I don't really know.
If they screw up another Hog, I'm going to be boycotting them. I don't even watch them, but I'm going to.
You're going to boycott them even more.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah.
How about you?
I don't have a favorite team. I can have a least favorite
them
team.
And then start watching them all the time.
Well, it just depends. Here's the thing, though. It's hard to, as a guy who follows college sports more than professional sports, it's hard to get a favorite MLB team because it's a long time before you actually see those guys that you followed in college actually get to the MLB or to the major league. So
some of them don't make it.
That's why it's that's why it's hard to like. Shut up, Texan.
All right, there's the Diamondbacks with pick 29. Take.
Let's see. You guys are a little ahead of me.
Patrick Forbes, right-handed pitcher from Louisville.
Boy, oh boy.
6'3", 220. Well, I'm going to use this time before the Baltimore's pick to take my turn at taking a restroom break.
I don't blame you.
Dude, I don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be here for 2 hours, 15 minutes. I thought this we were gonna be celebrating, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, here's the thing, though. I think Vahiva thrives on that chip on his shoulder kind of thing, because you got to think he wasn't like highly ranked coming out of high school, and then he goes to Santa Barbara, or I think that's where he was before, and just tears it up, and he finally gets an opportunity to come here, and then he doesn't exactly have the season he wants to. So he's down and out again, and then all of a sudden he blows it up this year. Now he's got the MLB out here.
He's also got, the people talking about him not turning a double play in his ear too. So
right.
Yeah, it's just.
So he's got a lot of that fuel to use going into the major leagues. So I just can't believe he's dropped this far, to be honest with you. He's been number 2 on this list for like half this round.
Pretty much.
It just doesn't. And so is this Brendan Summerall, the center fielder from Arizona.
Oh, look, the catcher from Coastal Carolina is number 3 on the big board.
Yeah, and Arizona needs a catcher, so I'm just shocked that they're
okay. Pick 30, the Orioles take. They took the Coastal Carolina catcher.
Hold up. Didn't the Orioles already draft a catcher? Did they pick 2 catchers? So. Didn't they pick Irish earlier? Or am I losing my mind?
Maybe
losing your mind.
I don't know. I've been here watching this thing for 2 hours now, watching all these high school shortstops you drafted. It's just like when you hear a different position, it kind of stands out.
No, they did. They picked Ike Irish.
See,
but he doubles as an outfielder, so
yeah, I mean,
that's true too. But
he can't play a different position. But yeah, that's interesting.
But also, don't the Orioles got what's his face from
the guy that killed us in the College Series? Yeah,
Rushman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whenever I look up on the MLB Draft, they call this round 1C, and then round A, and then round 2.
I'm looking at that too.
Maybe this is the first round. It's just a different. I don't know, dude. I don't know how to.
It's still the first round.
Well, I'm sitting here trying to think about how I'm going to phrase this whenever he does get picked, because whenever they get picked, I mean,
drafted
breaking history.
Whatever 1C.
Yeah. No. Like I'm trying to think about whether or not it's quote unquote making history if Eloy still gets chosen before the 43rd pick. Because that's kind of what I planned on my headline being. But hang on a second. Arkansas they're gonna pick. Well, this is a tweet from Joe Doyle. They're gonna pick Vahiva Eloy 31st right here.
Who?
Orioles.
Really?
Hey, spoiler alert! Come on.
Lo siento, no lo siento. I mean, sorry, not sorry in Spanish.
Well, here we go. Watching another Razorback in their minor league system.
Baltimore Orioles select Vahiva Eloy. Okay. Whew.
With the 31st pick. Well, there you go. 2 first-round picks. It's official.
But is it? I don't know. I don't know if that's first round technically.
That is.
Okay.
So they were 5 picks from each other. Wood went 26 and Aloy went 31.
Weird.
Who
Well, they got his bat going now. That's cool.
Oh, poor Vahiva. I
Wow,
mean, congratulations, but
yeah, it's not the best run organization, that's for sure.
oh, Texan said, I guess Vahiva and Heston can both commiserate in anguish of being in the Oriole system.
Yeah, they got Justin Burgers in their system too. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dang, we going fast now. The Brewers pick is in.
For an evil. Another Corona High School. That's crazy.
Third baseman. So they had what? A shortstop, pitcher, and third baseman.
Yeah. Well, he keeps calling them shortstops, even though they're third base. I don't know why this guy. Is that the MLB commissioner or something?
What's he look like? Rob Manfred.
Old white dude.
He's an idiot. Yeah, then that's him. So Zach Root would be the next to come off the board, and then you're probably looking at Davalon.
Yeah, but I don't see them coming in until like Zach Root may come in like the early second round, but I don't see Davalon going until like late second round, early third.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we got the first two.
Root was as high as 35 for some people. So,
Yeah,
this is around where he'll probably get called, between 35, 45, I would imagine.
So that would be Seattle. So Boston's picking with pick 33 right now. I think you just answered the question for Transplant Texan. He said, where was Root projected? You said around highest end at 34, 35.
Yeah.
Marcus Phillips from Tennessee picked 33rd by the Red Sox.
Wow.
he's a good pitcher though.
A team with so much first round picks. Boy, can only imagine what kind of season they had.
So Transplant Texas said Hawgs so far have dropped 15 spots from where projected. So do we expect Root more like 45 to 50 if this trend holds?
I don't know at this point. I don't know.
Where is the Orioles farm system at?
Their AAA's Norfolk. I'm trying to remember where the AA is at. Can't remember in double A.
Let's see. Norfolk, like you said, is their AAA. The Bowie Bay Sox is their double A. The Aberdeen Ironbirds is their high A. And the Delmarva Shorebirds is their single A. Where those are at, I have no clue. Additionally, they have 2 teams in the Dominican Summer League. So Norfolk, Virginia is their AAA team, but Bowie, Maryland is their double A. Aberdeen, Maryland is their high A. And Salisbury, Maryland is their single A.
Mm.
They also have 3 rookie leagues or 3 rookie teams.
Yeah.
1 in Sarasota, Florida, and 2 in San Antonio de Guara, San Domingo. Pick 34, the Detroit Tigers take.
High school shortstop.
No, high school catcher.
High school catcher. Michael Oliveto. 6'3", 185.
Yeah.
He bats left, throws right.
Bats left, throws right.
Goku CP jumps in here and says Blue Jays are the best baseball team.
What's up, Goku? Yeah, that's his favorite team, the Toronto Blue Jays. Have they had a pick?
Yes. I'll tell you who. Let's see.
And then shout out to the Blue Jays. Jace Borfin is in their minor league system.
Transplant Texan said over under Heston and Vahiva go out for crab cakes together this year.
I don't know. I don't think they'll probably won't be playing with each other this year. I don't think Wahiva's going to make it all the way up to AAA this year. He'll be down in rookie ball and single A probably.
Toronto picked.
Are the Naturals AAA or are they? What are they?
Naturals, I think they're AAA. Yeah, that's where Caglione was playing at, right?
Well, no, are they AAA? Because Caglione went from the Naturals to the Omaha Storm Chasers before getting called up to Kansas.
Okay, they're double A. Yeah, they're double A.
But no, the Blue Jays picked at 8. They took the kid from Purvis, Mississippi.
Okay, well, they got a Mississippi boy on their team, so that's interesting.
Seattle is on the clock at pick 35.
This is where Root was projected to go.
Goku said, yes, sir, Mississippi boy.
I mean, he looks stout, 6'3", I think, 200 pounds. He looks like he can play.
Let's see. With the 35th pick, the Mariners take North Carolina catcher Luke Stevenson.
Yeah, I think he was the top catcher available. They drafted the catcher when they got a catcher that's got like 40 home runs in baseball right now. Oh.
All right, do you guys want to keep going or call it?
Probably gonna call it, dude, because I gotta get these out and yeah. But I mean, I just don't see him going in this before the end of this first round, and I don't want to wait up and be disappointed.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah, and we always have Twitter there to help us, and plus you got it live on your TV to, hopefully he gets called soon.
yes.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be here for it. We're going to get ready to wrap up. This was our MLB Draft watch along. We saw the Hogs, Viva, and Gage get drafted. Not where we thought, a little bit lower, but they're still beginning their pro careers with the Orioles, with the I'm blanking out. Where did Gage get drafted?
The Phillies.
The Phillies.
Phillies.
So we'll see where those get assigned. More than likely, those guys are heading to their single A or high A affiliates to get started. So congratulations to them. We'll keep you guys up to date via social media on any other Razorbacks drafted. Next up, more than likely, will be Zach Root. And then keep an eye out for Charles Davalon, some of those other guys in these first top end rounds. So with that, we're going to wrap up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you get your podcast. Hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell. That way, anytime we go live, Ash Transplant Texans out here. Great stream, making watch parties everywhere enjoyable. So
You're welcome.
Austin,
Hey, you want to wait until the Twins get done right here before we get off?
Jeez.
Okay, never mind.
Nope, you already said it. They took
Riley
right-handed pitcher from Alabama, Riley Quick. There you go.
Okay. Well, let's get off before the next one comes on.
All right. We're going to wrap up. Everybody have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Have a great beginning of your week. We'll see you on Thursday as we break down the running back room for this year's Arkansas Razorbacks. So with that, Austin, Hobbs, myself, we're going to get out of here. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.